My name is Jo. This is my channel, Creative Empowerment. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really excited. I'm going to have a play with these cards. You may have seen an updated version of this deck. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, and these are by Colette Baron-Reid, one of my favourite authors for Oracle cards. We're going to use one of the spreads in the guidebook today. So this is a 6-card spread, and we're going to ask the Oracle a question and have a play with it. Like always, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If this is the first time you're visiting with me, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy it. If you have these cards, please go and get them and we'll play along together. If not, grab a cuppa and enjoy. And the positions are the past influence, card 1, card 2, present point of vantage, number 3, watch you resist, 4, unexpected help. The next right action is number 5, and number 6, the probable future destination. My question today is going to be about how I can grow my YouTube channel. So if you've been watching along with my other spread videos, I'm focusing on that because it's something that I can share easily, work through it without being too personal in my own life. So my question is, how can I grow my YouTube channel? So talisman, this card to me is really talking about the way forward. It's also talking about how you travel on the journey, not necessarily being able to see what's ahead of you, knowing that there's twists and turns. You know, there's the symbols of yin and yang, there's some runes. I think that's also looks like a dragon on her arm. The guidebook says about this card, a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Now, there's a much longer explanation, but it's talking about wisdom. It's talking about having everything you need. It's talking about knowing the way forward. And even though that way forward looks like it could be a bit hazy, you have everything you need and you're carrying that light with you. So this, as a card about past influences, could talk about me having everything I need all along. Could have me sort of as a spiritual seeker as well, which I sort of get the impression about that. We have compass in the reverse. Compass, I love this card actually. It's a really lovely card. The present point of vantage, and I feel like this card in the reverse is talking to me about finding my own internal compass. I feel like this card is talking about allowing for possibilities that you don't necessarily see. And this is the present point of vantage because, you know, when you look at whatever it is that you're planning for something, you're working on it, sometimes you get sort of not stuck necessarily, but you get focused on particular things. And I think this present point of vantage could possibly be talking about allowing the unexpected to come in. And this card speaks about as long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you'll never be lost. In its reverse position, it's talking about what is your higher power right now, knowing that whatever you're focusing on, that's what you're bringing in. And this card talks to you about surrendering to this higher power rather than focusing your awareness on yourself and all the things that you see as wrong in your life. And that makes a lot of sense. The present point of vantage is exactly that I'm in the present point, and that if I surrender and align myself, everything will happen much more easily and without me trying, without me pushing. Details. And this is in the reverse. And I actually like this card in the reverse. Often comes in the reverse when I do readings for people. And you can see that there's a little tiny mouse with a hat on. And it could be like a wizard's hat. I like to think of it like a wizard's hat. There is also some sort of mechanism that reminds us about, is to me similar to a compass, or, you know, that I want to say the word machine, but it's not exactly a machine, but it's a device. And this card is talking about clarity, important notes. So that's what you notice when this is upside down in the reverse position. There's also books in the background, so it's talking about perhaps a bit of study, something to be found in the details. And this is what I resist, and that is definitely what I resist. I resist taking notice of the details and you know, really looking at the finer points of things because it doesn't interest me and it kind of bores me. And so this card is telling me to take notice of those details. because I resist it. Perhaps I am missing out on something that could be right under my nose, is how I'm feeling this card. And there's a lot of magic and energy happening around this card, so it's kind of, I feel like it's quite a shifting card when you get this card. What have we got next? Oh wow, moonlight. Unexpected help is moonlight. Now here we have some sort of fairy being or ethereal being. We have a magnificent moon. We have an owl who's very at home in the night. We also have a reference to time here with the hourglass, which is what I resist. And then the next message is this, and I'm really being drawn to the hourglass and moonlight. This is telling me what will be beneficial, and the strong message that I'm getting, it might be more beneficial for me as for my channel to focus on posting during moon hours or specific moon times. Not exactly getting that 100% and real with a lot of clarity, and this is talking about clarity. So perhaps I need to review my schedule, and it's not a very high-tech schedule, I can tell you that much. But perhaps I need to review that and focus on, using the moon to benefit my channel. I love the moon. I love working with the moon. And I feel like I keep getting drawn back to doing videos about the moon, and pick a card messages around the moon time is one of the particular ones that I keep thinking about. It doesn't seem like it's right now, and this card in the guidebook, it's talking about, using your intuition. Don't second guess yourself and go with what you think. So I'm going to go with what I think, and I am going to take notice of this. This message here that I'm getting, strong message here. And the unexpected help, I love that idea because I do feel really strongly linked to the moon. And remember, I did choose 2 here. So these are the cards that I got when it comes to the next right action. And I love these cards. We've got flying, which feels like it's flying over all obstacles, but also feels like it's flying over any constraints that I might have put hemmed myself in with. Or beliefs that I might have that might limit my channel's growth, my ability to grow. And it also feels like that idea of magic and allowing magic to lift things up. And we also have ride the wave. So we have two animals basically, and we have the fairy as well riding this wave. But this is talking about being lifted up and out of whatever situation you are in the present. So this is riding that wave. This is trusting. There's a lot of trust involved in both of these cards. And if we look at flying on its own, you have the power to see things from a higher perspective, which is it's actually a message I get a lot, that eagle soaring above where you think you are and getting that really beautiful perspective from on high, and seeing past and beyond any obstacles. And like I said before, about obstacles that I may have placed there myself, or that I have, that I might have placed myself, or that I think are going to get in my way. There's a lot of thinking involved. And this is talking about having invisible wings and lifting you up higher into alignment with your highest purpose. And I love that, saying that it's a sign that your hard work is paying off. It's time to soar. So I love that card in this position, and this card too, because it's really confirmation that I don't need to do anything else. It's like, there's this little message here, which is not that little when that's what you resist, but these other things, ride the wave is about riding this wave, because there is a force of powerful energy that is moving me, in turn moving this channel. Right now, success is easy and effortless, and that is the key to this. It is not me pushing against anything. It's going with the flow, and I love that. Effortless and easily getting above, limitations and things like that. So we have the magic stream in card position 6, and this is the probable future outcome. But it is in this reverse position. So that means there's some sort of challenge around where this is going for me. This is talking about everything being connected through the universal flow of consciousness. And I love that. I love this idea of bringing things into being in this, universe of consciousness, and it's all flowing. And this card actually is talking about trying too hard and trying to force your hand with what you want. And, look, there's definitely that. We all want, when we want something to be successful, we try, and the word try isn't the greatest word, but this is talking about swimming against the stream. Now, these cards here, the next right action, this is telling me what the next right action is, and this card is telling me that part of my own personality might go against that. It might actually want more than the universe is giving at this time, and that I might want to push and have things happen in a quicker time frame than the universe has got planned out for me. Very big messages for me at all times, because I am a person that wants to, get where I'm going. So this is a time of dropping into that stillness, dropping into surrender, which these cards all talk about, but in a different way. Because this one is saying that despite your best efforts, there's going to be part of you, this is how I'm reading it for myself, is that there's going to be part of me that still wants to try really hard and still wants to make it happen faster, quicker, in my time frame. Yeah, so this is about jumping into the stream and floating, being in the present and going with it. So I love that. I don't love it because the message is one where I really wish that it wasn't telling me that. But what I do love is that the message came in twice, once in the positive way, that's the next right action for me. And then the probable outcome is to keep surrendering rather than to change my focus and keep trying, or, whatever it is. I have used this spread a number of times about different things. It is a good spread to sort of have a look at something. So I don't know if you've been playing along with me today, and if you have, let me know how your little session went. If you're new to these cards, the Enchanted Map cards, and this is your first time playing along with this spread, let me know how you went. Please consider subscribing, liking and sharing to help further my channel along. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Bye for now. Hope to see you in the future.